This video explains how to get up and running with Scamp and a simple Python editor called Thonny on macOS. So to start with, you're going to want to open a web browser like Firefox and go to thonny.org. This is the website for the Python editor or IDE that we're going to be using. The next step is going to be to click the link on the web page to download Thonny for your operating system. And when I click Mac, it asks if I want to open it with Installer, which I do. This opens up a dialog box, and you're going to just click through Continue, and then click through to accept the license agreement, click Agree, and then go ahead and install for all users on this computer. Click Install. And now at this point you have to enter your username and password. Type that in, hit return. Then it's going to do a bunch of nonsense for a few seconds. And we're all done. So click close. By all means, trash the installer. And now we've got Thonny installed. Now to open up Thonny, you can just press Command Space and type in Thonny. Go ahead and click Let's Go on that introductory screen, and there it is. From here, we're going to want to go to the Tools menu, select Manage Packages, which is a dialog that lets you install extra libraries like Scamp. So type in Scamp and click Search on PyPy, and the results will come up. The first one should be Scamp. Go ahead and click on that, and click Install. And it'll go through some rigmarole. And there you go, you've installed Scamp. Now, Scamp depends on certain other packages as well. One of these is Python-RT-MIDI, which lets Scamp send MIDI messages back and forth with other applications. So go ahead and search for that, click Python-RT-MIDI, click Install, and there you go. The next one is called Pinput, P-Y-N-P-U-T, which lets you get input from the mouse and keyboard if that's what you're interested in doing. So click it, click Install. Got that. Lastly, you're going to want to install scamp_extensions, which is a package that gives you all sorts of goodies like scales and tools for working with rhythm, that kind of thing. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and close the window. Now, one last thing is if you're on one of the newer Macs that use the M1 chip, for the synthesizer that Scamp uses to work correctly, some of the code is going to have to run through a translation layer called Rosetta 2. Again, with older Macs, this isn't a problem. But if you do need to do it, first open up a terminal by typing Command Space and typing in Terminal. Once the terminal loads, go ahead and type software update, all one word, space, -- install - Rosetta. I'll hold here for a second in case you need to pause the video. Hit return. Go ahead and type A to agree. And there you go. Rosetta is installed. At this point, the last thing to do is to just test that everything worked correctly. So open up Thonny and click down to the shell. And in there type from space scamp space import space test_run semicolon space test_run dot play open close parentheses. Hit return and you'll get some interesting looking warnings that happen the first time, but you'll also hear something like that. If so, Scamp is installed correctly. Now, if you want to be able to produce PDFs of the music you make in Scamp, then you're going to want to install the engraving software LilyPond and the Python package Abjad. So to start with, go to lilypond.org and then click Download. And then I'm going to click macOS because this is a Mac. Now, if you're using an older version of macOS, pre-Catalina, then you can go ahead and install the official 32-bit version of LilyPond. But if you're using a newer Mac, like I am here, then you're going to need to install one of the unofficial 64-bit versions. If so, you're going to want to click the link under Packages right here, and open with archive utility. And then it's going to download, and there you go. There's Lily Pond. Then all you have to do is take that application and drag it into the applications folder. And as you can see here, if I scroll down, there's Lily Pond in the applications folder. So Lily Pond's all set up now. Next, you're going to want to install the Python package Abjad, which relies on Lily Pond. So open up Thonny again, go to Tools, Manage Packages, and if we go ahead and type in Abjad, search for it, click on the first result, and then click Install. It starts the process of installation. Abjad's a pretty big library, so it takes a little bit. Now here it turns out you actually need, in order to install Abjad, something called GCC, which is a developer tool that you can install. I'm going to be really daring and continue on battery power. And then when you go ahead, it just takes a long time to download and install the software. It's possible you won't run into this problem, especially if you've done other coding on your computer before. Sometimes you'll have run into this and already installed GCC. If you've installed Xcode, you'll already have GCC. But this computer is brand new, so we're going to have to do it. And I'm going to fast forward the video here because I don't think you need to watch me download software for 10 minutes. And there we go, the software is installed. So we have to actually try again, reinstalling Abjad. And this time, it should go more smoothly. Okay, and now that it's installed, we'll close the dialog box and try testing it. So what you want to type is from Scamp import test run, test run dot play, open parentheses. And this time you're going to want to type show underscore lilypond equals true, close parentheses, hit return, and well, you may run into one other wrinkle, which is that since this was an unofficial version of Lily Pond, you have to convince macOS that you really want to open it. So to do that, right-click on the Lily Pond app and click Open. Say Open again. It's going to open up, do something like this. Don't worry, just go ahead and quit. And now we're going to go back to Thonny and try our test code one last time. And this time, music pops up. So there you are. You're ready to start making music and notation in Scamp.